Dukect here, live on TalkShoe.com. Well, what an interesting weekend that was in the world of professional wrestling and such. As Monday night, you had a lot of interesting things happen on Monday Night Raw. Let's see, what are the things that happened? Oh yes, the Dudleys returned. Which honestly I'm gonna say this. Um um is it wrong to say that before they returned, I gotta say this. I know they're heels and villains, but yeah. I love the New Day. Bop 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 seriously. They are killing it. I mean, they're just killing it. Uh I cannot I just, these three guys. I didn't care about the New Day when they came out, but now they're back. I'm like, yes, you know. I mean, wow, they are so. To me, this is probably one of the best show. I mean, seriously, it's one of the best. Uh, I'm gonna say it. These are the best group. I actually really I just I just can't get enough of these guys. I'm honestly, and I am still pissed that the WWE picked Sheamus over um, Kofi for him to win the. I'm like, come on. Kofi should have won that Money in the Bank. He should have. I am, you know, come on. Kofi should have won that Money in the Bank. It would have been awesome. Because instead of, oh my god, instead of bland and boring Sheamus, you know, would have got this thing instead? We then got Kofi and the New Day. Come on. Kofi and New Day in the main event right now would be a lot more fresher than Seth Rollins and Sting. We'll get to that in a little while. But also the return, let's see, some people really did like was the return of the Dudley Boys. Which is funny enough that after Bully Ray was beaten down so badly on Impact, and somehow he shows up just fine on Monday Night Raw wearing the glasses. Or maybe that was just Bully Ray and Bubba Ray Dudley is just fine. just oh man, the laws of TNA. And speaking of which, my review of uh, TNA Slammiversary will hopefully be up tomorrow. I've been doing a lot of things and all that little fun stuff. Um, a lot of fun stuff, trying to make sure things get, re-editing, recutting some stuff. Um, I just had to re-edit some things, and well, let's just say that I used cartoon sound effects in one part of the review, and I gotta say, it should not fit as well as it should. It fits so perfectly well. It's kind of scary. Yeah, but then again, it's TNA cartoon sound effects. So it just that works majority of the time. It's downright comical what's going on in total nonstop action right now. It's straight up comedy. I just don't understand what is going on here. I don't understand what's going on in TNA, but but hopefully after they are off on Destination America, the world will be finally free of it and just go away and just die. That will be the happy ending, or the really sad ending I'm expecting, is that somehow TNA survives and they somehow get on another TV channel like BGN or some crap like that, and I'm just gonna be sitting here being sad. Now you guys don't want me to be sad, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, but anyways, we're not gonna be sad. Let's talk about the Dudleys coming back, and a lot of people are happy about it. The Dudleys introduced some new life into the tag division, and hey, have them win the belts, the penny belts, you know, for a while, hold the belts for a while, and then have them drop to the Usos or something would be really nice. But I just want the New Day to hold the part of New York. Just want the New Day to hold the belts forever, and get one single belt or intercontinental or just something. Give them the world title. They're just so awesome. The New Day are so awesome. But anyway, yeah, but Dudley Boys coming back for a little in the South Pop, no problem. Let's see what happened else. What was not so awesome was the Divas, the WWE Divas Revolution. Oh boy, the Revolution. The Revolution will not be televised. Oh yeah, it was televised, and yeah. Let's see. Um, uh, let's Oh boy, let's get into this right here. Let's get into let's talk about um let's see the Divas Revolution. Is it or was it always here? Was the Divas Revolution? Some say what the crowd did on Monday night was basically stick a fork in it. But honestly, I'm gonna say this right now. The Divas Revolution was always going to be dead. And I think a lot of people agree with me, including people like some people from the let's see what's the show Ben Alvarez or something like that. Yeah, I see over at 41 podcast. They didn't like it. They hated the segment. They went off saying it's probably one of the worst segments of. They're like, this is probably one of the worst segments of seriously. It's like, oh my goodness, this was a horrible, just a terrible. Uh, yeah, it was Brian, Vinny, and Craig's show. They said they basically just went to town with this, basically saying the Miz segment was probably one of the worst things out there. And the reason why a lot of people don't care about it is because there's no stakes. There's nothing really important. I mean, you have this whole three team, these three teams, these nine women who are immensely talented. Yes, I'm including some of the old. Yes, they're talented, and they haven't done nothing with them. There's no reason why they're there. I mean, I think Benny, the show over at the W Online said this. They have just taglines. What was said basically, which is true. They, you know what, it is actually true. Heck, you could say this for male characters. They just have taglines. They don't have characters. They don't have any characteristics. Just taglines. They say, Paige is British former Divas champion. Charlotte, daughter of Ric Flair. Uh, Becky Lynch, the red-haired crazy person. Let's see, Bella Twins, Quincess, Twin Magic, whatever. And Alyssa Fox, crazy person. There's nothing there. They don't even try. NXT, which by the way, NXT Takeover Brooklyn, this same crowd was all over for. And people were like, you know what? They were all in on Sasha and Bailey. They were in on it because they cared. They actually cared about. They built up this match. They treated them like character. They treated them like wrestlers. They didn't say, "Oh, the Divas Revolution hashtag Divas Revolution." They didn't talk about it. They didn't sing about it. They brought it. They said, stop singing it and bring it. And then NXT has. They did. They bring it. They bring it every time they go on the air. They talk about the Divas, how important they are. They don't show 14-minute matches that are completely pointless. The only time they actually show large matches with men or women on NXT is that when there's something important on the line, like a championship match or a number one contendership. Because most of the night it's just building on story. And the longer matches are for NXT. There's so much good stories there for what Paige her background is, as her her family is in wrestling, and her brother couldn't make it, couldn't go didn't make the high standards in the WWE, and now she's living her dreams. The family's living through her, and she succeeded for the most part. Why not tell that story? Charlotte was born into a family that has suffered a lot of tragedy, but also her father is one of the most successful champions in this business. His own catchphrase is still said today. Woo! Ric Flair, leader of the Horsemen, one of the most game-changing group groups, factions of pro wrestling history, from NWA slash WCW, not WWE. That really bothered me. But then again, the WWE is so petty and so small that I guarantee you they had to say that. They had to say that because they can't give props to WCW or the NWA for whatever reason. They can't do it. They have to go. WWE's always been better. WCW is always stupid, and all this other stuff. Yeah, we're the smart guys. They're just so petty. But we'll get to the reason why that is. I'll get to why all the WWE stuff is doing the same thing WCW is doing later on. Trust me. But with the Divas Revolution, and by the way, uh, Becky Lynch, she couldn't train in her own little town, what have you. She had to go all over the world. She got injured. Didn't think she was gonna do it, but she kept going. Why not tell that story? There's a lot of stories they can tell with these beautiful women, but yet they haven't. They didn't. They failed at that. They have failed telling the story. Just doing these three-team divas and having them fight on long matches that mean nothing. It's not going to say a hashtag Divas Revolution. And by the way, the reason why I did this is because Nikki is injured and they not have the belt. Which, by the way, I love that saying. She said, quote, wins and losses don't matter, basically sweeping the SummerSlam victory from PCB, basically saying that at that point, saying wins and losses don't matter, and the only one who what really matters is that I had the belt. So basically saying, she's not only, Nikki just not only smacked the whole, SummerSlam victory means nothing, but also her reign, because winning is important, because winning, you need to win to make to hold a long championship. Now, to hold the championship, you have to win. But then I don't really blame Nikki. I don't blame her. I blame the people behind the scenes. And that's what the crowd is doing. The crowd are upset not at you ladies. And the ladies, you're pissed off at the crowd because, there are tweets I will show you up to. We've got the Bellas. I'll go to Bellas first. Let's see. Let's see. Quote. This is on Instagram, and I think it's still up. But yeah, it's still up there. It says, "Quote: Where are my shorts? Haha. Hashtag T Bella rises. Oh, and WWE Booker, shame on you for disrespecting women that put their bodies on the line for your entertainment. As for the ones who support us, thank you. You make it worth working so hard and having this revolution. Hashtag Furious Nikki, hashtag Bella Army, hashtag Team Bella, hashtag Remo, hashtag Foxy Bella, hashtag Divas Revolution." Let's see, another one. So proud of my Foxy, at the Foxy One. At the Twitter, it says right here. It says, quote, this is on Instagram, by the way. It says, but the Brooklyn crowd can kiss my ass. Hashtag WWE, hashtag Raw, hashtag Team Bella, hashtag Divas Revolution. Yep, and you will see them on their screen. And let's see the other one. It's somewhere because she did delete it afterwards. But it's the internet, people. You can't get rid of tweets. You can't get rid of anything else. As I know, it's probably a lot of stupid stuff I say on Twitter. It's never going to leave. Here it is, right here. Here's the tweet from Paige, and I quote, you helped us create change, and then you did your best to disrespect. Nice job. Brilliance. The three diva. That's just brilliance right there. I can understand the frustration. And I know the crowd basically chanted "Blue Pants." We want Shasha. Did the wave. Chanted CM Punk and other stuff, and chanted "We are awesome." And believe you me, I see how you can be frustrated at that. And believe you me, oh, I hate when the crowd chants that. But um, I don't. I just don't. That not upset at you know you know, I just am not that frustrated at at the crowd. I could easily be frustrated. It's not. Again, I will say this. It's not on again. It's not that. It's not everything else. It's backstage. It's backstage BS by um Dunn and Vince. It's the end of the day. It's those two people right there. That's going to have to be we have to have that problem fixed. And until that is going to be fixed, um, I don't know what type of solution do we have. What solutions do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? Um, what do we have here? Because I don't really know what type of things can we actually do. Because I really want. That's what I want. I want the divas to do well. I want the divas to actually start being um, respected more. I want them to be something better. But if they are not going to be treated by the WWE with respect, it's something that the WWE really needs to start looking into. Because just I'm done with this. I am sick and tired of this crap. I'm sick of it. The WWE can and has done better. NXT is one of the best. I will say the NXT is probably one of the best things out there right now, and that proves they could do something with it proves that they can do something good. They can prove they actually can give they actually can do something good for women and everything else. That to me shows me that they can do this. They can do something really positive. And then at the end of the day, um, it's and honestly I will end this with a quote from Lance Storm because his take, and I honestly agree with this is um, let's see right here because it just says right now what this really is the problem from Lance Storm. Quote: In the WWE, the women are divas, a term which used in any other industry is a derogatory term referring to stuck-up bitchy women. They compete occasionally for the Divas title, which is a purple belt with a butterfly on it. At best, a Barbie toy belt, and at worst is derogatory and offensive because of the female sexual euphemism for butterfly. The women in the WWE need a new title belt to compete for, and in all honesty, it needs to be renamed the WWE Women's World Title. This quote right here, and I'm going to put this quote right here for everybody to see. If you're looking at the video portion right here at the podcast on our YouTube channel, you'll see this quote right here. Lance Storm kills it. This thing, and this is something that should be pointed out because honestly, when the term diva is used negative, it's a smack in the face that diva is used as it is used as a negative thing to tell the women. oh, you're being such a diva. You're being, again, very stuck up, very snotty, and everything else. Shouldn't that be a red flag? I'm sorry. That should not be a women's championship belt. They had a women's championship, but they tossed that for the Divas title. And you wonder why most women, the reason why women don't watch your product, WWE. You wonder why young girls, they love Bailey, but when they get to the main roster, they're probably gonna lose that audience because they're gonna be like, oh, we have to make her basically a stuck up, bitchy, catty female, which is completely and utterly disrespectful, and it is, I'll say, it is offensive because these women are not this. I know it's a show, but you can show characters with at least some type of other than that. I honestly think they're even worse than one dimensional. They're like a half dimensional characters. And I've seen wrestling that actually have multiple dimensional characters. I've seen it. You guys did it in the past. Like you're doing it now in NXT. Like I said before, you wonder why people are not watching. Look at that segment. And you wonder why people are turning off. And you wonder why your ratings have gone slower and lower. One of the reasons why. The other, I'll get to when we come back. This is the Dukect Lounge live on TalkShoe.com. And when we come back, we'll be talking about Sting and his number one contendership to the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Yes, it is. It's happening, folks. Yeah. Anyway, we'll be right back right after this. Thank you so much for joining me. And I need something to cool me down, something really nice, something positive, something that we haven't heard in a while. Let's look at Sumario 64, Portrait of a Plumber, and let's take a look and let's see something a little more of hype, a little more pep, something more of a cool nature. How about do Piana Plant's Dream of Electric Italians by Tubers McGee here live on TalkShoe.com. Thank you so much for listening, following, and doing all the crazy stuff you do here on the Dukect Lounge on TalkShoe.com and on YouTube, iTunes, and such. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be right back right after this. Thank you so much for listening to me live here on the Dukect Lounge. And we are back here live on TalkShoe.com. Thank you so much for joining me here live on TalkShoe. And if you're listening to me not live, how dare you? You can find me on YouTube on youtube.com/DukecT. Also, you can find me on, also on ManicExpression.com, the Freaking Awesome Network, CCS Podcast Forums, SquareTat.com, and let's see what. And Zipcast.com. And everywhere else, I could go and put my stuff up there. Including, I forgot to put I forgot to put my review of my other stuff on my deck out of the glasses. Okay, I gotta get back into that because a lot of cool people there, good people are there. So I need to get back in there. Oh yeah, and the Escapist forums as well. So yeah. Anyway, our last time we talked, boys and girls, was about the bad storytelling and horribleness of the divas and such. In fact, I told her that this is one of the reasons why the people are leaving not watching your stuff. Now, let's talk about the other reason. Sting going into WWE, being revealed as the Storm. Let me set this thing up. Later on the night, Seth Rollins, I think earlier, a couple weeks ago, said, "Oh, if I beat John Cena, uh, I should get a statue or something, a bronze statue, saying how great I am." And overnight they showed all the statues, including the Ultimate Warrior, including I think Bruno Sammartino and all these other stars. Cool, cool, cool stuff. Let's see what else. What else? What else? What else? Oh yeah, the reason why he won at SummerSlam is because of Jon Stewart, with the most the most easy heel, like the most heelish of turns. But then again, the crowd was so anti-Cena that night. Would you call it a face turn, or because screwing Cena did get him a lot of cheers, So heel turn, it's a turn against Cena. I don't know. Shades of gray. Someone in the comment section tell me if that's a heel turn or what is it. When you supposed if you hit the good guy and the crowd cheers, is the crowd turning heel on him, or is it just the crowd doesn't like him, or whatever? Because honestly, again, Cena's people hate Cena so much that Seth gets no to know. But he did get a lot of love after that nice suplex into a Falcon's Arrow. Why is that not the finish? Because hey, I thought a superplex leading to a Falcon's Arrow should be a death move. So Louise. WWE does not know how to book finishers right. Everything has to be a 2 count. But in the end, Cena loses, and then after that, on the next night, he had Ric Flair on the side trying to, honestly, they're doing the same thing what they did with The Rock with Roman Reigns, trying to lessen the blow. But in the end, the crowd still booed John Cena, and John Cena AA'd Jon Stewart, the host of SummerSlam and the former host of The Daily Show, and that went over. Yeah, that went over so well. Yeah, John Cena beating up a 50-year-old man, and yeah, he had to do something. Cena had to do something to get back at him because if he didn't, he knows himself as a championship win. But if he does something, he's beating up a non wrestler while being booed. Yeah. Couldn't they just have Seth Rollins just beat him clean? That would have been so much better. But, whatever. Uh, it looks like, fast forward to the end of the night, you have Seth Rollins with his chance to, his whole moment. Like let's go, 3, 2, 1, and then it's open up the statue. What was it? It was Sting. Sting. And Sting, if not all of his makeup there, and then the crowd went off, and then Sting just wailed on Rollins, and after that he held the WWE title, and I'm like, seriously? No, just no. And I'm like, I'm getting out now. I'm feeling really, just what? I'm like, no. And someone said, oh, wait, Charles. Uh, aren't you saying something about the Dudleys saying they should win the tag belts? And I say, temporarily. The tag belts right now, I will say this, they're not really the most important thing to the WWE right. I mean, they're important, but they're not. I'm not asking them to basically take over the whole show. Give them small doses. Give them one last run. The Dudleys have not appeared on Raw since I don't know how long. Bubba Ray and Devon still to see basically in pretty good ring shape. Besides, a couple years ago, Bully Ray pretty much had a kick-ass heel run uh, and such, and he still delivers in the ring. So what? So yeah, I say if you can still deliver in the ring and you can still go at a high capacity, say someone like Justin Thunder Liger, who can still put out good matches while being 50, that's great. But that's not the case for Sting. Because one, he's 56, and two, the only time he actually had some good matches, and I said this in my SummerSlam thing, but WrestleMania review, it got good, but it was good, and I rewatched it, but it took basically seven people to get that match over. It just WCW craziness. Sting looked good, you could probably go at least maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes, but that's what gets Triple H, and it probably much of a slow down style. But going against, say, Seth Rollins, more of a high energy style, he's going to be just as bad, if not worse, than what he take on Bobby Roode. I think it's going to be that bad of a match unless they really crank up the high energy. And I said this here, and I said this again, is the reason why the people at WWE don't really care. Fans are leaving because I mean, they don't really, they're like, wow, why are people are like, they walk away, they're walking away, they're not really staying in, watching the show. I gotta look at the ratings again and let's see, the ratings of let's see, because the ratings right here, let's see, um, because after SummerSlam, let's see, because I see they were here. Here it is. The Raw after SummerSlam viewership history on Freaking Awesome Network. And here you go, boys and girls. I'll put this thing. You see the video of it by Andrew8796. I'll put a shout out there for you over there. He's a Cowboy fan. He's a Cowboy fan, so don't hold that against him. And you see here, right here, the Raw after SummerSlam. August 15, 2011, 5.5 million, 5.05 million. August 20th, 2012, 4.47 million. August 19th, 2013, 4.3 million. August 18th, 2014, 4.19 million. August 24th, 2015, is after SummerSlam, the biggest review of the summer, 3.721 million. Ow! From 5 million to 3. Yeesh. And people are making excuses at this. Well, it's the summertime. No, I'm like, do you people listen to yourselves? What kids are doing in the summertime? Nothing. When I was back in the days when I was a little a little fella, you know what I did? I stood up and watched Nitro. I stayed up to watch Monday Night Raw because it was summertime, and actually I could get away with that. I could stay up and watch those shows, and the ratings, I guarantee you, was actually higher because kids were watching, and such. They were watching the entire product. Now, the kids are finding other things to do. They're playing games. They're live streaming. They're doing all these other stuff other than watching your pathetic product, WWE. And you know why you're doing it? And the reason why? Because you're putting old talent over your young talent. I mean, it's WCW all over again. Y'all make fun of WCW. You rip on WCW. You're like, oh, WCW didn't know what they're doing. They're putting old talent over their younger talent. Now, what are you doing now? You put WCW talent. You put Sting, 56 years old. 56 years old,
who honestly his last great solo match was so long ago in TNA. This company, and you're gonna put him against Seth Rollins and make him the W1 contender after he lost to WrestleMania to Triple H. I thought that was in and that was done with Sting and Triple H. I thought that was over, and somehow he should not get a one. He gets, and after all that, he gets no one contendership shot. Other than say Justin Liger, who was victorious in NXT Takeover. By that logic, he should be. He won his match, so by the time of WrestleMania, he should be the number one contender to the NXT or the World Championship, right? I mean, that's what it takes. And Liger said he wants to do more shows, so why not? Why not put him in that WWE? Why not put him in that main event? Give him a reason. Come on. If you want to put old guys there, at least Liger would actually have an entertaining match. Hey, Justin Thunder Liger versus Seth Rollins. Who wants to see that? Hmm? Come on. Yeah, y'all want to see that over Seth Rollins versus Sting. Seth Rollins Sting looks good, yeah, but it's gonna be. I honestly think it's gonna be really terrible, and unless they have a very high pace and high energy type of thing, and Seth Rollins does a lot of good selling, I don't see this match being as good. Or they're gonna have Seth Rollins lose to Sting, which is even more idiotic, and then have and then you have Sheamus come in, bro kick him, and become the WWE champion, which would be more stupid because hey, Sheamus equals ratings. Unless it's gonna start a whole Triple H versus Seth Rollins, which is another thing that's gonna piss me off. I just don't understand it. I just don't. It's gonna be a really long and bumpy ride. And I am just going to be just, and it's going to really, it just really is just frustrating. Yeah. Anyway, you know what else wasn't frustrating was this week was Vixen. I'll talk about that after the musical break. Let's see, we'll talk a little bit of that, but what music we're going to be doing? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Superheroes. Let's see. How about let's see. How about Darkwing Duck, Funky Moles, and Trashy Ducks, by Time Thomas Time Aos 222. We'll play that, and then we get back. We'll be talking about the Vixen animated short that came on CW this week. We'll be talking about that here live on the Dukect Lounge. We'll be right back right after this, and hopefully you enjoyed a little music interlude. We'll be right back here live on the Dukect Lounge on TalkShoe.com. Thank you for joining me, Duke CT. And we are back here live here on the Duke CT Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me here on TalkShoe.com and everything else and all that good stuff. Remember, if you are listening live, the call in the show is the number is 724-444-7444. Once again, the number is 724-444-7444. And the call ID to connect to me, Duke CT, is 92417. Once again, the call ID is 92417. Okay. Well, all the dour and everything else news. I saw actually the animated little short series Vixen that's coming on CW. and CWC, and I saw the whole thing. And honestly, I for what I saw, I really enjoyed it. Vixen, like her range of powers, her totem basically have her control of all animals and everything else. So I can't wait to see more of that. And she seemed to be more of a handle for in the beginning episode of Green Arrow and the Flash, which supposedly takes place during season 3 of the Flash, season 1 in Arrow. I don't know what place or what have you, because I think Arrow was pretty busy during season 3. Uh, if anyone want me my thoughts on season 3, Arrow, post me a link or something. The show's running way too long for that anyway. But what the show is, the animated, it's pretty good. I like the animation for what it is. I like the character Vixen for the most part. Um, she's a fashion designer. I really start. I like it the way how she's, uh, connecting and what have you. She's a very tough, no nonsense woman. And in the story, 5 minutes after we see her getting out, prison after assaulting I think another client or something with a pen or something, saying, her model or her art wasn't really good enough, so she assaulted him with a pen. Yeah, you know, pen through the hand. VA, like, she just pulled an Undertaker and Brock Lesnar or something. Yeah. But the story ends after she is be her and her foster dad being held up in with gun. I think so. Being robbed at gunpoint, and that's where the show ends. And let's see, the show ends there, and I'm hooked. I really like her. I mean, I really am digging her. And part of me wishes this was actually a 30-minute. I mean, I do miss a good cartoon series like this. It'd be really nice. Instead of being 5 minutes, I want this. I really would love this to be a 30 or 40-minute episode, like a 20-minute show, somewhere like on Cartoon. No, not Cartoon Network, because they wouldn't treat that right. Maybe just online on CW. Heck, maybe call Netflix up or Amazon Prime or Hulu. You know, because that would be pretty nice. You know, but again, the Netflix does seem to face with some good shows. So, by the way, I gotta probably look at it now. What's that new Narco show on Netflix? I'm gonna definitely be all in on that. That's gonna be awesome. I love those type of stories. I'm probably watching that after I come back. Friday's gonna be pretty busy for me. I have to be finished doing the review, then doing that, then Narcos. I'm probably gonna be doing that and watching that like on Friday and Saturday. Just be a complete marathon on that. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, Vixen, I highly recommend watching it. It's a very fun and exciting show. So go ahead, watch it. I highly recommend it. And that's it for the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening and listening live on TalkShoe.com, listening here on the YouTubes and iTunes and all in between. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been very fun. You'll be hearing next week, and hopefully tomorrow you will see Last Review Standing, my TNA Anniversary 2015 review, and after that, hopefully my anime review in the next couple weeks as well. And then after all that, well, I'll be by that time it's gonna be October, and let's see what's in October. Oh yeah, the Kurt Angle movie and such. I gotta get that. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a fun little romp. So let's get this because I'm feeling a good vibe here. I hope you guys getting that good vibe as well. So thank you so much for listening. It's Dixie T. Peace, love. I'll see y'all when I see y'all later.